Let's pull 3 cards for your day today, Friday, March 27th. I'm using Rider-Waite this morning, and the first card is the Nine of Swords reversed. You've heard the saying that it's always darkest before dawn, and in its upright state, that's what this card represents. We've got a figure bolt upright at 3 a.m. Everything feels catastrophic. The feel-good neurochemicals are at their lowest point in the daily circadian rhythm, and it's just kind of a mini panic at 3 a.m. But in a reverse state, this is coming to an end. We're waking up from a bad dream, and it's not that the threat is no longer present, because we do still see the swords in the frame here, but our thinking about them is evolving. So swords representing narrative, cognition, language, the stories we tell ourselves about what is happening around us, that is beginning to shift in a way that we can see reality as it actually is, rather than the way it's being framed to us, or the way our inner narratives, the things that were instilled in us all of our lives, would have us believe. Not just for you, but for the collective, truth is coming forward. And while conditions on the ground may not be improving immediately, like I said, our thinking about them is evolving. And so that can allow us to be more strategic, more precise in the way we respond, more accurate and wiser as we move forward. So let's see what the rest of the deck has to say today. And for the second card, we've got the Nine of Cups. And we had this guy 2 days ago, if I'm not mistaken. So your emotions are under better control now. And it's not that we try to control our emotions, but we let them inform us in a way that's helpful and proactive, rather than allowing them to run us around. So the 9 is on the cusp of completion. It's not a 10 yet, but we're heading in that direction, almost there. And his cups are very well aligned. They're not reversed like they were the other day. So I think awakening from this dream of overcognition and overinterpretation of reality is allowing our emotions to kind of settle down. We're getting into a space where we're a little bit more self-contained, a little bit more strategic, like I said, in the way we're going to deploy our energies given the information we're getting from our emotional body. So the shift that I'm feeling here is that you're no longer being hijacked by feelings, but instead listening to them and using them as data points, as good information to determine your approach going forward. And I'm always struck, just a little detail in this card here, the way his arms are crossed so that they form an infinity sign. The emotions are never ending. They just go round and around. That energy changes form all the time, but we never lose it. It's always available in these cups above him. It just reinforces the notion that emotional energy is meant to move and flow. As long as it keeps moving, then we don't get stifled. We don't get that stagnant energy that keeps us kind of frozen in place, unable to really do anything or to really manage life. Let's see what the third card has to say. Final card for today is the Page of Cups. So there's a really good reason why the emotional energy is a little bit better contained now, because there's an important message that's supposed to be coming through for you through your emotional body. That's the fish in this cup. And the page, when he can embody his beginner's mind, the page, remember, is a learner, a beginner, then it's a fresh perspective available to whatever's coming forward. So this speaks to me of really sitting with your intuition today, listening to the feelings in the body. If you've never done self-inquiry, the way it works is to get very quiet, get very still, get yourself into a meditative state where the body is relaxed, but you're upright and alert. Close your eyes and feel into the body, feel that emotional energy, and then just sit with it and allow it to inspire images or words or even a song to come into your mind. And there can be information in that for you. Or if you feel a feeling, if a surge of anger or joy or fear comes up, then sit with that and inquire, and you just drill down over and over until you kind of get to the source energy for that. When you get to the pith of that feeling, then it can tell you what you need to look at in your life. What is that message coming forth? Very individual thing. There are no rules to this really, but if you're honest and if you're earnest in your inquiry, then this is a great way to connect to your higher wisdom, to your higher mind, to your higher self. If you have a guide that you interact with commonly, that's a fantastic way to have a conversation with that higher energy. So to sum up today's reading, the reverse Nine of Swords tells us that the mental storm is breaking. Your worst fears were stories, not reality. and the peak anxiety is passing. And 9 of Cups confirms that, because now your emotions are contained. The cups are upright, they're not spilling, and you're feeling more self-contained. And there's a good reason for that, because this fish in the cup is the subconscious rising with a message for you, and it's going to arrive through your emotional body. So because your emotions in the overall sense have quieted down, now you're ready to receive this message. So do some self-inquiry, sit quietly, and see what comes forth. Let me know in the comments if that resonates with you today. Like, follow, and share. See you tomorrow.